Welcome back to SmackDown Vs Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. I am your host, Attack Slug. We finished a somewhat okay pay-per-view, our first in Judgment Day, and now we head toward the Great American Bash. It is time to establish some new rivalries. It is time to trade a superstar, and it is time to get things going on the show on this fine Thursday. So I've already set up some stuff here, right? I've set up a handful of rivalries. We have the Hungry Challenger, Booker and Edge. We have Randy Sandman versus Crime Time. It would not let me have Edge on that feud, on that rivalry, so I had to have Sandman there instead. I could not do rated RKO on a 4-star rivalry. And then, for some reason, Umaga versus me as a injury revenge story. But we will now trade over, or propose this trade, for the greatest cruiserweight in the world of all time, Rey Mysterio, who is 83 in popularity, and he will be traded for an 86, and that is MVP. So Rey has 0 fatigue, MVP has 4 fatigue. That's a good deal for me. He has like 11 weeks here on his deal. It's fine. He's happy. And my understanding is if you propose a trade with a more popular superstar, the CPU will take that trade every time. So let's go and see how things go. And let's go! Check my email. What do we got? Trade accepted. Thanks, coach. Effective immediately. Mysterio for MVP. So now we have the greatest little man in the business. And now we can set up a Cruiserweight Championship rivalry. So it is kind of an issue that the 2 stars is what they get for the Cruisers. That's not... I want more than 2 stars. I know. Let's set up a #1 contenders feud. That makes more sense. Carlito, the currently injured champion. Wait, is Rey a face here? No, he's not. Aha. That worked out. I didn't even plan that, but that is fantastic. So yes, a 4-star #1 contender rivalry. So the problem now is that I can't quite set up my main Steve Austin and John Cena deal just yet because both men are faces and not heels. So I gotta turn Austin heel and then set that feud up for the next bunch of weeks here leading towards pay-per-view. But we also have to book around injuries here, which is like half the roster, so it's going to be a little bit interesting to kind of book around that and make this show happen, at least for this week, because next week, back with Carlito and Shad, and then the week after that, we get Edge back, and then we're okay. Like, mostly, because Regal not in a feud right now, and of course, Randy, that's the big problem there with Mr. Orton. But that is what it is. Let's go try to book this show around those staggering issues. But we can thankfully rest some guys up here over the course of this week in terms of fatigue. That should be good. But now I want to pump up Rey Mysterio. So Rey Mysterio, guess what? On that trophy date. Rey, let's go. Get yourself up in the rankings and surpassing MVP with less fatigue. So that works out for me fantastically. Our roster, is everyone happy? Alright, Austin is content but not happy. Otherwise, it is a happy roster. And in popularity here, alright, so now Rey is the 4th highest dude here in the company. That works out great. We actually should pump up our low guys here, like Helms, Regal, and myself. But, of course, fatigue. Brand invasion, and we will send out our usual brand invader, and that is the Sandman. So, Sandman, have fun on that brand invasion. But he might have got hurt from that. So far, so good. He's not hurt. So, what is Sandman's deal at for... Oh, he is way up there now. Alright, that was a mistake, but hey. I've made mistakes here before. Hopefully Sandman is durable and is okay on that. What I can do, right, to counteract that bit of business is I can say, you know what, Sandman, that was nice of you. I appreciate it. Have some R&R. You're going to need some. Do not get yourself injured here, Sandman. So get that going and decrease. Yes, see? Plus 20, minus 30. Now, again, his popularity there, he takes a huge hit, but he's not going to get injured anywhere nearly as easily, which is fantastic for the show. So now Sandman, he's out at 3, and we're good. But he dove a little bit there. But again, we can deal with that and send Sandman on some charity work, which is hilarious to even think about. But yes, Sandman, get you out there on a charity event and do that. That's funny. That's funny. So, beers and candlesticks for all the kids. It's fine. Now then, how we gonna book this show on a fine Thursday here in Houston, Texas? H-Town. It's not gonna be any of this. So, let's take this and vacate all of our business. Just all of it needs to vacate. So, it all gotta go somewhere because it can't stay here. Now, first things first, we clearly can't have any of that tag team business happening with both Randy Orton and Big Shad injured, so our first promo is to keep that feud going. So, build hype for this tag team feud, and then I don't gotta book those guys, or at least I don't gotta book Randy and Shad on this show, right? And again, also in promo 2, we have a very injured Carlito, and I think I might be able to work around that. And promo 2 has to be the heel turn for Stone Cold Steve Austin. I know in real life it didn't go so well, but here we are in the game turning Steve-O heel at 100. Which means then afterwards I can put him in a feud with John Cena. But let's book the rest of this card here somehow, some way, in terms of all these current feuds. So match number 1 will be a non-title match because it will be a 1-on-2, a manager involved, and it will be Rey Mysterio debuting here on our SmackDown program, and he is currently feuding with Carlito, who is injured, so he is managing Mr. Helms, who is also still on his roster. We have the first match between Umanga and Attack Slug. So he has 4 and Slug has 2. So I will not do a hardcore deal there. Let them get some rest on that. Got your promo. Matchup number 3 is going to be another 1-on-2 with the manager in the building. King Booyaka versus the Sandman. In his corner will be the rated R injured superstar. What is match 4 going to be before the main event? We can't book Regal. He's hurt. So we can run Cena and Austin even if it's not in a feud right now. So that's going to be the main event here, obviously. But otherwise, can I book a singles between JTG, who is not injured? Singles match between JTG and Sandman, because they are the uninjured men in those tag teams, as Randy Orton and Big Shad are currently injured. And that puts him in that thing twice. So, wait. I don't want to work Sandman twice. Okay. That's more complicated than I thought it would be. First of all, let's make sure our main event here is indeed a match between John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cena and Austin. And it will be for that world title that Cena just won there and defended and whatnot, so good for him. But we don't want to book Sandman twice. And I want to say, let's book Attack Slug twice. That's just, he's got low fatigue. He can take it. That should be okay, maybe. So let's take this. It's non-title, it's fine. We'll book Slug twice. He only has 2 fatigue, so he should be good, in theory, to not get hurt here, fighting King Booyaka. And there's our card. Again, we're changing things once we get Steve heel, and then have guys not be injured next week. I'll have 2 more guys not injured next week. So let's confirm this card and run down this show. Please and thank you. So, you know what? Let's do Mysterio and Helms and watch that first, because we have Rey now on the show. Who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y. Mysterio. Oh, here we go. What is that mask, Rey? What is that weird spiky mask? It's fine. But he's here. That's the important part. He is here to be amazing and pump this show up even higher than it already is on the program. And of course, his opponent being accompanied by the current Cruiserweight Champion, we have Gregory Helms. He's here doing things. It's fine. Get to the match. Alright, this one should be a cruiserweight clinic, if nothing else. Or at least that's the plan. I hope these men have in their hearts to put on a cruiserweight clinic. If Ray debuts and loses, that would be an absolute travesty. This is not VFG. This is SmackDown. Ideally, you debut and then you win that debut. As Helms is taking off that turnbuckle. He is being that dirty superstar here. And it taking down a legend in Rey Mysterio. But he's not actually a legend in this game, so that's not a legendary feud. It's just, hey, it's Rey doing Rey things. So let's see how he handles Mr. Helms with his usual acumen here. Well, he's just bowing up to him. And on the foot. Right, I forgot that Rey's a heel. So I guess that explains all of the black there. You're a heel, wear black. Let's see if Rey can get wild here with some cruiserweight maneuvers, even working as a heel cruiserweight. Helms, though, go for that powerbomb or that power driver and gets a back out for his troubles. Didn't quite get there. There we go, Rey! The dive, the twisting, whatever the hell that was amazing. Was phenomenal. Yep, here we go. Here, he whiffed the Hurricane Rana. He still knocked him down, but he totally whiffed that. That was sad display of power. Oh, dodged it. Dodged it. Rey getting all warmed up here. House of Fire. But Helms is shutting him down. And nope. Nope. Reversal. That's right, Cole. You call it. There it is. Not quite a Poison Rana there, but 1, 2, and a 2 count. Alright. It's still early. We're still doing it here. Helms has that slight size advantage, but nothing too crazy. Oh, I heard the ding. I heard the ding. Rey doing his thing. Picking up Helms over his shoulders is not the smart move there. He's a little bit too big for that, but if you can make it happen. Nope, DDT on that. Can Rey capitalize in this heel versus heel matchup? I do not know. Oh. What? That doesn't work. You can't do that, Rey. What are you doing? You can't sneak pin the referee. That's not right. And again, there's the Hurricane Rana. Alright, and here it is. Rey Mysterio. What you gonna do? Moonsault. Picture perfect. Referee is knocked down, and Helms is up first, which is crazy. So these constant heel versus heel ref bumps are a little bit ridiculous. Oh, Rey's gonna sneak him. The roll up. The roll up. Count it, ref. 1, 2. Oh, so close. And yet so far away with Helms. Oh, sneaking him. Sneaking him again. Referee's just out of position completely. 2. And he caught him. He caught him on that heel pin. Mysterio wins his debut, and these guys are like, that was the opening match. Follow that. Booyaka, Booyaka. He's victorious. So yes, in his opening debut here on the roster, Rey wins his matchup as he should against Gregory Helms. Following that, we have Umaga versus Attack Slug. And what do we got? Slug beats Umaga, the unlikely victory. How the hell did that happen? Now then, King Booker versus... Wait, I booked myself twice here? Right, yeah, I did. Okay. I've already forgotten. That was a long match there between Helms and Mysterio. So Attack Slug just beat Umaga. Can he beat King Booker? Yes, he can. 2 in a row for me. Amazing. JTG versus the Sandman. What do we have in that? JTG wins that. Brooklyn, and John Cena versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for that World Heavyweight Championship. Who will be the new World Heavyweight Champion on this show? Stone Cold, Steve Austin. A full recovery for Carlito and Shad. So those back in action for the following week. Hell yeah. And I think one more week there for Edge doing that. But let's head to the following day here on our deal. So heading towards Monday in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let's check our ratings for SmackDown there. That was a 2.5 star, 2.5 star, 3 star, 2.5, and 4.5, carrying the show between Austin and Cena, as they should on that deal. So that means let's look at Vince McMahon. 5 weeks on top in the Power 25. That counts for something. I am now 10% complete with this deal at almost the end of week 2. So extrapolate accordingly, right? But let's check our roster. And actually, no, before that, let's check on the .com and see what things say on the ratings. Blockbuster trade. Raw gets 20K. ECW rating is 4 stars. Raw rating is a 3.5. SmackDown, what do we got? What do we got? I'm going to say like 3. 3.5. I'll take it. Even not having our main event feud in there just yet, I'll take it. 3.1. 3.1. They're like neck and neck there. Can I get 3? Can I get 3? No. 2.77. How? How? I don't understand how. Because over here in the fan support, all right, we went up and then down. That was a very brief pay-per-view, got us up there, and then back down to where we were, and that's, look, man, it sucks. But before I forget, right, first of all, money, yeah, it's fine. We got money. Money's not an issue right now. Power 25 is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're stacking them. We need to get Booker into that and have that whole top 5 to myself. Where'd Kane go? He's gone. Kane, where you at? He's down here on 16. It is no longer May 19th, so Kane's power has waned there, clearly. But, before I forget here, let's hop into rivalries. And we now need to have one more of those, and that will be our main event rivalry. It will be our... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Returning... No, let's do Legend Killer. And that will be... This will run until SummerSlam. So our big main event feud running until SummerSlam is going to be John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin, who is now a heel and the champion. He turned heel and won that title. So that all works out fantastically for me. So those are our 5 current rivalries. And now it's just get everybody healthy and make things work that way for that bit of business. So now we save the game. And we have one more show tomorrow for this week. Tune in for that. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time. And I'm out.